Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, we got us a big bottle here. When I was out at the barrel chest and seen this out there, I said, I'm not having anything from these guys. This is Evolution Craft Brewery. They're out of Salisbury, Maryland. I don't think I've reviewed anything from these guys. I seen this sitting there and I said, let's give this a whirl, see what's going on with them. I'm a fan of Russian Imperial Stouts. Of course, everybody that follows me knows that. I'm an IPA and Porter and Stout fan. I do try a lot of other stuff, but those are two of my favorites. The IPAs, double IPAs, the Porters, and the Stouts. I like a nice hoppy beer, and I like a nice porter and stout. I like that chocolatey notes and black currants and the chocolate and the coffee and the dark fruits that come with that. So let's see what this one brings to the table. This is a big bottle. This is a 750 milliliter, enough to share, which is I intend to do. So let's get on with this and see what this one ends up. This is a 10%er from these guys. I don't have the IBUs on either site listed for this beer, and it's not on the label. It doesn't have a vintage on it. We don't actually need to have month, day, and a year, but I would like to see the year on it anyway, and the month if we can get it. But I don't see anything on this one, guys. Not on the label, and I don't see anything on the bottle. We'll take a closer look once the beer is poured out of it, see if it does, but I don't see anything on it at all, guys. So we would like to see a vintage on these style of beers, so we'll know. It does have copyrighted 2015 written underneath evolutionbrewing.com here, so maybe it is a 2015 since it's got copyright 2015 if they're not reusing their labels. I don't know how big this brewery is or how long they've been brewing beer, guys. I don't have any information on that. I know that I have not seen their beers before. This is the first time that I had seen it when I was out there, and I said, let's give it a whirl. So that'll basically tell me whether I want to buy anything else from these guys, especially in this size bottle, because these big bottles like this are not cheap. I don't remember what I paid for this, but I'm thinking it was in the $13 to $15 range, somewhere in that area. May have been a little bit more, I'm not actually sure. When I see it in the big bottles like this, and it's something I haven't tried before, from a brewery that I haven't done anything before, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt usually the first time. Alright, commercial description on this one says our brewers collaborated with a team at Rise Up to select and roast a single origin fair trade organic Sumatra coffee specifically for this project. This beer is brewed with the strength of an Imperial Stout with a base of English Maris Otter malt layered with copious amounts of dark malts. The resulting beer was conditioned on more than 25 pounds of coffee, lending a rich espresso-like aroma. Coffee, dark chocolate, and roast characters are prominent in this velvety, smooth, and darkest of ales. So like I said, I don't have the IBUs listed on this, and it's got the same description on there, and it does say on the bottle here, Russian style Imperial Stout conditioned on locally roasted whole Sumatran coffee beans, 10% alcohol. So, let's see where we end up with this. And like I said, not had anything from these guys before, so this will be a new experience from this brewery. Not had anything from them. And evidently, they're either a fairly new brewery or a fairly small brewery, because neither Rate Beer or Beer Advocate has any. They've got some reviews, but they haven't had enough to give a rating on this. So I guess I'm on my own on this one here, guys. So let's see where it ends up. Food pairings for this, it says General Chocolate Dessert Digestive. and all of your porters and stouts are going to say it goes well with your chocolate dishes. Glassware is a pint backer, not tumbler snifter. I got my favorite glass today. This is the Sauvin beer glass, Sauvin. If you're interested in getting one of these glasses, just Google that, and it'll tell you where to get it. It's not a cheap glass. It's a fairly pricey glass at about $30 or $35, but it's a very thick wall glass and will last you a lifetime if you take care of it. I hand wash all of my beer glasses, guys. Don't put them in the dishwasher. I have subscribers tell me, "Oh, I dishwasher all mine, not have any problem." Well, good for you. Yeah, you're lucky. That's all I can say. I hand wash all of mine, especially this one. I love this glass. This is my favorite beer glass. Nothing else we need to talk about. It says can be sold for long periods of time. 10% Russian Imperial Stout. I don't know if the copy will fade over time. That would be the only reason you wouldn't want to sell her. It is the copy will fade. So I'm sure it'll keep a year or 2 or 3, maybe even 5 without the copy fading. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure about that. So I'm gonna drink it fresh. Fresh is I just picked it up last week, so we're gonna do it today. 10%. Let's get the cap off of it. No wax, no foil. Got a real nice cap. Got Evo written on the top of it. This will end up on the fridge downstairs. Nice hits on this one. Big bottle. Let's go down the center and see what we get. Ooh, better not do that. We've already got about a finger of head, so fairly well carbonated for a 10%er. Very chocolatey head on this one, guys. Very nice. About 2 fingers of head on that pour. Over to the light. I am not getting any light at all, guys. It is pitch black, even through the little thin part on the bottom of the glass. Very dark, very black. Good looking beer, very creamy on top. Almost looks like yogurt or something on the very top. Very thin bubbles. There are a few bigger bubbles in there from that aggressive start to the pour. Very good looking beer. Very nice. Let's get a nose on it. Oh. Oh, the coffee is there. Wow. Very nice espresso coffee aroma. Rich roasted malt. Some caramel, some toffee. Some black currants, maybe some licorice in there. You got a feeling once it warms up to room temperature, we're going to get some darker fruits and stuff in there too, maybe. Oh, the coffee is just off the chain, guys. Sumatran coffee. I'm going to have to pick up some of that. I'm a coffee lover, and I usually drink 2 big cups in the morning, so I might have to try me some Sumatra coffee, see if that'll kick me up a notch or 2 or 3. What do you think? Wonderful coffee notes on the nose. Wow. Very nice smelling. And so far, so good. That leads me to think, if I see anything else from these guys, depending on where this one ends up, I'll be more inclined to buy it. Especially if it has a date on it. Come on, put a date on it. Other than the copyright. Wow, it's time. My mouth's watering. Gotta try it. Cheers. Wow. Coffee on top of coffee on top of coffee. So 10%er. You can drink this for breakfast. Maybe on the weekend, maybe. Wow. Big, huge, enormous coffee notes on this. That's delicious, guys. I am impressed. Not had anything from these guys. Very impressive stout. The coffee is just off the chain. I had people ask me all the time, when you drink a coffee infused stout like this. Does it have any caffeine in it? That's a damn good question. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any caffeine in this beer or not. That's a damn good question. I would think so. Usually when you add coffee to it, it's cold steeped and stuff, but I would still think that the caffeine is still present. That's a good question. I would like to find that out my damn self. If how much caffeine this beer has in it. So if you're drinking this after dinner and going to bed and caffeine affects how you sleep, maybe you might not want to have this after dinner. I don't have any problem sleeping, guys. I can drink a cup of coffee and go right straight to bed. It doesn't affect me like that. So, but that's a damn good question. I would like to know how much caffeine, especially when there's a beer that's had coffee added to it, still has. So I wouldn't think the fermentation process would take the caffeine out of it. But that's a good question. If anybody knows that, they may post that in the comments on this review. I am not sure. I'm not sure. This beer tastes pretty damn awesome. Big coffee notes. Coffee, roasted barley, hits of bittersweet chocolate, maybe even some sweet chocolate in there too. Very tasty. Right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Let me pour her a glass and sip on this for a little while. I might fire up a stogie and see what it ends up in about 45 minutes, but it won't take you that long. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on this probably close to an hour. This beer is awesome. It's damn tasty. The coffee is just off the chain, off the charts. I loved it. I actually loved this beer. The other half really liked it too. The 10%, the alcohol is so well hidden. The coffee is just overpowering everything. I mean, they really added a lot of coffee to this beer. It is so tasty, so easy drinking for a 10%er. Some dark fruit are in there now that it's warmed up, but the coffee is just overpowering everything. It is just blowing everything else off the chain. It is unbelievable. It ought to have coffee in big letters across here, because I've had coffee stouts that didn't even come close to the amount of coffee that I'm getting from this beer. It is unbelievable. It is awesome. It is awesome, guys. If I see anything else from these guys, the only fuss I've got, it's got a copyright of 2015 on the label there, and I'm usually not used to seeing a copyright on a label. And it does have 2015 on it, so that leads me to think that they're either a new brewery or a fairly small brewery to have a copyright in a year on the label. Not used to seeing that. So I'm just guessing that this is a 2015 edition of their beer, and I don't know when it was done in 2015, whether it was done in January of 2015 or December or somewhere in between there. So, and it being a 10% Russian Imperial Stout, if that is the date on it, that's technically all we need. I would like to see a month so I know whether it was done in January or December, to know whether it's 1 month old or 12 months old. So that's the only fuss I have on this beer, not having a vintage on the label, other than the copyrighted 2015. I'd like to see, and a lot of them just put that vintage on there. It's a 2015 edition, and that's all the information you're going to get. So you don't know if it was done in January or December of 2015. But it is what it is, guys. It's awesome beer. It is definitely awesome. And I'm going to go by the copyright date. Maybe it's that's their dating process. Maybe if they did this beer in 2014, it had copyright 2014 on it. I don't know. Just my skeptical guessing here, guys. So, but it is damn tasty. It is very tasty for a coffee Russian Imperial Stout. It's awesome. It is. The coffee is just, if I was blindfolded and smelling this, I would say, that's an espresso coffee. I'm not smelling any alcohol. Cannot tell it smells like coffee in a cup. When I close my eyes and smell this, I smell coffee. That's all I smell is coffee. I would swear this is an espresso coffee. I swear I would. It's awesome. Very well done. Donald Chuck. probably one of the better coffee Russian Imperial Stouts that I've ever had. I am blown away. I am so glad I picked this up. And like I said, I might go back and pick up some more Stone Enjoy by Unfiltered. And if they have another one of these, I might pick up another one just to salvage to see how it's going to sell up for a year or two, or whatever. Very done, very well done, very well done indeed. I think I told you this, guys. This beer has no ratings from Beer Advocate or Rank Beer, so I'm on my own on this one. And as far as I'm concerned, for a Russian Imperial Stout done this well, the only plus I've got is doesn't have a vintage on it other than the copyright. It's a 10. It's a 10 for me, and it blows me away that they do a beer this well and there's no ratings on either site. So if you're in the Maryland area, especially in the Salisbury, Maryland area, this is a great beer. This is a very, very tasty beer. And I don't know, I'm liable to go to their website just to see how many different beers they do brew and what's available, and check with Martin when I go out to the barrel chest next time to see what else he has from these guys. I'm curious to see what else they produce and if it's going to be as tasty as this beer is. This would be very, very good up and coming brewery if they were doing everything else this good. So, blown away. Hair's back, and well, this was almost blowed off. New haircut, trimmed all the beard up. The little bit of new look here, guys, and I'm sure I'll let it grow back out again and all that. But like I told you guys, I have to go to court for a friend this coming week as a character reference, and wanted to not look like Grizzly Adams when I go in. So I trimmed everything, and I'm sure my mom's going to love this. She hasn't seen me since I had my hair cut and my beard trimmed. She told me when I seen her the other day, "You need to cut that shit off. You need to do this. You need to do that." You know how moms are. They just my mom anyway. Doesn't look for me to look with my beard all out like this and my hair all like that. But she probably will like this appearance. She'll probably say, "You need to color your hair again," and that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Homie ain't going to play that game no more. No, it is what it is. I'll trim it all up, and this is me. This is what I look like at the best. No more coloring of the hair, none of that horse shit. So. But anyway, back to the beer. Awesome beer. If you can get your hands on this beer, this is from Evolution Craft Brewery out of Salisbury, Maryland. I enjoyed this thoroughly. 10 beer for me, guys. Very tasty. If you've had it, let me know what you think. I'm going back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out. We'll dig out something. See you then.